Bella. Welcome to Nissan Concierge. This is Dee. How may I assist you?
Hi there. I was wondering if you could book me a dual session at the dog spa for 2 p.m.
Certainly, I would be more than happy. At the usual place?
Yep, you got it. Thank you so much.
Perfect. We'll set that up. Anything else?
That's it for today.
Thank you for calling Nissan Concierge.
Woo! Oh yeah, the 2021 Nissan Armada, we are in a big one this week. Look, most of the videos out there are comparing this to the previous model, trying to determine whether or not the refresh is good enough. And while that could be juicy and somewhat interesting, we're gonna see this around for a few years. So today in this video, we're gonna look at it as a clean slate and see how it fits with my life and the girls. First things first, check out the design. The front and the rear, in my opinion, are really good looking. New daytime running light LEDs, they're huge, and the new taillights have 70 LEDs in each housing, so people behind you will definitely see you. Overall, it's got that rugged appearance, but something that is so exciting is that this is the first model in the US to have Nissan's new logo. Check that out, it looks so good. The other vehicle that has this fresh logo is the Kicks, which Savage Geese just reviewed, so head to his channel to see that video. Now this red, it's not particularly my favorite, but they make this in a midnight edition, and let me tell you, that thing is fierce. If I were to buy this, that is the one I would get. But I'm getting a little cold, and I definitely want to utilize the heated steering wheel and the seat. Oh, the other thing, I am super grateful for these running boards, because in this vehicle, you definitely need it. Boop. Boop. And honestly, I'm really impressed with the quality of these seats. It looks like luxury, this diamond pattern, but more importantly, they're comfortable and they feel soft. Now this display screen, supposedly it's the biggest in its class. It operates via touch and the scroll knob, and overall this whole center area, I think it looks pretty nice, especially when you compare it to something like the Toyota Sequoia that we recently reviewed. This definitely, I think, feels a little bit more upscale. Now remember, this is the platinum trim, so it is a little extra special in here. But guess what this has? Wireless Apple CarPlay. Oh yeah, no need for wires in here. How convenient is that? Now Android Auto is wired, so you got that thing dangling, but check this out. Boop! Oh yeah, a wireless charger too. It would be nice if it took up the entire screen, but overall the color is nice, although I do find it a bit strange that the Nissan logo is missing and it's just a gray box. Also standard in this platinum trim is a rear entertainment system on the back of these headrests. In some cases that limits the mobility of the headrest, but in here you can still move it up and down. So apparently this has something called Nissan Concierge. Now I saw it on the website and it looks pretty legit. Nissan claims it gives you 24-hour access to a trained team of professionals to do a broad range of things. So let's see if it works.
Connecting you to a Nissan Concierge agent.
Welcome to Nissan Concierge. This is Dee. How may I assist you?
I'm just really trying to get a better understanding of what this service can do.
Certainly, I'd be more than happy to explain. Because we're a team of live personal assistants, and we can help with virtually anything, anytime, anywhere. Finding local online product availability, locating top-rated companies, service providers, restaurant reservations, appointments for salons or doctors, even conducting online research. So you're writing a paper on something, you're kind of stumped. Let me send a text. Is this right? Or can you find out information about that? We can go to work and find out general topic information for you. We can even come up with an itinerary, finding out what's open right now. Oh, that's a big one. The whole point, trying to help you save time and money. Some things people call us for if they're driving around. I want to get some pet treats. Where's the nearest Petco? Or I want to find a unique toy for my specific dog.
So is this like a yearly subscription that you pay for? How does it work?
It's gifted as part of your vehicle purchase. The expiration of this says 2025. Of course, hopefully by that time we've we've wowed you enough. But absolutely, we're here to help with virtually anything you can think of.
Didn't have to wait long, super friendly. They basically could help you with everything. I think he even said that he would help with research, homework. That's insane. That is a great service. But what about the dogs? How dog friendly is this thing? Space is always on your side in these big SUVs. I will note that the floor is not truly flat when you fold down the third row. It's not super inclined enough to be a problem, and Andie seems to be quite comfortable, but I just wanted to note that. I think it is a bit strange that they didn't make it fully flat, but having the electronic buttons to lower or raise the third row is definitely a nice treat. These captain's chairs have been great for visibility, and the giant armrest, which also dubs for some really great storage, has also been a nice headrest for Abby on the go. And speaking of storage, you got some great cubbies in this thing, especially the front console that you can access from the rear. And I think it's pretty clear you can definitely fit more than 2 dogs in here. Even in the rear, I'm pretty sure I could fit 3 full-size labs with plenty of space. Now, when loading your dogs, keep in mind, it's a high rear and this does not have air suspension. So when you can, I suggest pulling up to a curb. It will make it much easier. Or else, depending on the size of your dog, they may have to stretch pretty high, and that means you're lifting that much higher to load them in. I also love that the second row windows, they go down all the way. Ventilation. Now, if you follow our videos, you know that we love ceiling vents, and in here you have 4 of them. Plus, it is very easy to access the temperature from up front because you have a separate rear control button. Plus, the addition of a 120 volt outlet. Boop, get that fan in, and there is plenty of airflow, which will be great in the hot months. This is also decked out with Nissan Safety Shield 360, a ton of features that are extremely useful, especially if you are driving around with some rowdy pups or some kids that are crying and you might be a little distracted. This thing has got you covered. Also, the seatbelt alert in the gauge cluster is a really nice touch. I have to say, these captain's chairs, they're comfortable, wide, legroom is great, and access to the third row, honestly, can't be any easier. The way these seats lean forward, boom, it's effortless. The only thing that I really feel like is missing is a panoramic moonroof. With that said, let's go for a drive. This Armada has the familiar V8 that's been around for a bit, so here's what you need to know. This V8 now produces 400 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque. With its truck frame, it can haul up to 8,500 pounds and has all sorts of off-road modes. Respectively, this is a gas guzzler. You could get about 17, 18 miles per gallon. Well, at least I was able to. But the EPA says the Armada 4-wheel drive fuel economy is rated at 13 miles per gallon in the city, 18 on the highway, and 15 combined. The intelligent cruise control is just like what we've seen in Infiniti and other Nissan models. It works really well, and check this out. Woo! Look at that. That is so cool. The rear view monitor is great in a pinch, especially if you're hauling something huge and can't see. When driving this, it feels big. And it is big. And it kind of feels a little bit like a boat, which to some that will equate to smooth. It's not hard to drive by any means, but if you're not used to driving a big SUV, this may take a little bit of an adjustment. The steering, it's not particularly my favorite. It feels a little bit dead, but then again, all big SUVs, I usually feel that way. That is unless I'm in an X7 or a GLS, which is, come on, a completely different price point. But this is where I'd say just because I don't like the steering doesn't mean you might not. And by all means, if you've liked the other features you've seen, you should definitely go check this out. And like I said earlier, this engine, it's been around for a while, so you kind of know what you're getting into. It's predictable. And even though the rear is a bit high and there's no air suspension, this really is a dog-friendly vehicle. And yes, it's expensive. This platinum trim just starting under $68,000 US. But when you compare it to the competition, like a Ford Expedition Platinum, Toyota Land Cruiser, kind of seems like a bargain. With this 2021 Armada, you're getting a whole lot of car and amenities. So Andie, let's make it official. Is the Nissan 2021 Armada lab approved? Yeah, totally lab approved. Big thanks to Nissan for letting us lab test this for the week. Don't forget, follow us on Instagram and Twitch, and we'll see you next time. Bye. High five. Oh, you're gonna do it. High five? Yes, she did it.